Well, hello, Facebook friends and Instagrams, YouTube. I'm here again to share you the important message of evangelical mission of our Lord Jesus Christ. So now I'm turning the English version of the word that topic I gave, the bird in the mental cage. So the word bird and the mental cage, we can get a clue, a hint here that uh, our topic is nice. We can get a lesson. So I will now proceed. When pessimism becomes your prison. So when your pessimism means you're contrary of serving God. That is your prison. So here we can get lessons about your pessimism becomes your prison. So let's talk about the topic now. The the voluntary prisoner. Topic 1. The voluntary prisoner. Would you like to hear a story that exposes the invisible cages you build yourself? Let me tell you one that will reveal why we often remain trapped not by circumstances but by our own thoughts. There was a bird that lived in a small dark cage, a creature designed to fly, confined a space that denied its most essential nature. There was a bird that before that lived in a small dark cage, creature designed to fly, confined in a space that defined its most essential nature. But what it was about to discover would change its entire understanding of true imprisonment. So now, in the encounter with wisdom, one day, so I have a story here that there was a bird and designed to fly, confined in a space most essential for nature. But it was not about to discover would change its entire understanding of true imprisonment. There's a bird created for nature. So let's go down for the next encounter with wisdom. One day a wise old man approached the cage and observed a bird. So there's a cage in the bird. There's a cage. Compassion with a gentle but penetrating voice. A wise old approached cage and observed the bird compassion. So with a gentle penetrating voice he said, "Bird, why don't you fly toward freedom?" So he said to the bird, "Why did you fly toward freedom?" So this is the old man said approach to the caged bird. So a simple question that exposed a fundamental contradiction. Why a creature made to fly remain voluntarily in cage? So that is the point number 2. Why is creature made fly remain voluntary in cage? You can ask why. Encounter wisdom. So the excuses of fear. Let's go to topic 3. The excuses of fear. The bird responded with a perfect list of justifications. Number 1, this is the responding of bird of his perfect list of justification. So number 1, what for? The bird answered, what for? The sky is covered with clouds. So this is the first answer, bird. The sky is covered with clouds. Then number 2, the wind is too strong. So another justification answered by bird. So number 3, I don't have wings too strong enough to fly. So an excuse was more revealing than the last. It wasn't about external conditions. It was about internal perception. The bird had built in mental prison, stronger than any cage. So it is already prisoned by the bird he was mentally imprisoned by the three justification list of fear. The one is the sky is covered with clouds, the wind is strong, and I don't have wings to I have strong wings to fly. See, so that is the built-in mental person of the bird, that he cannot change with his physical. So now let's go to topic 4. The sage revelation. The old man smiled and said, "Bird, your pessimism is the cage that imprisons you. If you believe that you can fly, you will never fly. But if you believe in yourself and in possibility of flying, you find the strength to do it." So that is the sage revelation of a man. He teaches the bird, if you believe you can fly yourself, you can, in this possibility is your possibility of flying, is you find strength to do it. So next is what a devastating relationship revelation. What is a devastating revelation? The true cage wasn't made for iron, it was made for thoughts. You know, it was made for iron, it's made for thoughts. It was made of thoughts, it wasn't a build of others. It's not built of others. He had constructed himself with every negative thought, every doubt, and every excuses. So it's not built with others, it is built by the bird with its own thoughts. So now let's proceed to the miraculous transformation. In the miraculous transformation, the bird reflected and decided to believe. A moment of decision, he broke the cage of his mind and flew toward the freedom. So this is the miraculous transformation of a bird. The bird reflected and decided to believe. A moment decision would change in his entire life and reality. He broke the cage of his mind and flew toward freedom. So he broke the cage of his mind and flew towards freedom. What had changed? Number 1, the clouds were still, circumstances hadn't improved. This is the number 1. The change. The clouds were still, circumstances had improved, and the wind was still strong. Challenges remained to the bird. And the 3, his wings were same as capabilities hadn't increased. So this is the 3 change for the bird. The clouds were still her and the circumstances that he had. The wind is still strong and challenge still remain, and his wings were the same. His capabilities hadn't increased. So the only thing that changed was his perspective. He decided to believe instead of doubt. He chooses faith over pessimism. Also, there is the transformation happening here. The change was his perspective. He decided to believe instead of doubting. He chooses faith over his pessimism. So, the universal diagnosis. Pessimism can be our own prison. This phrase contains a truth that affects millions of people who live trapped by their own circumstances, but by their own thoughts. How many people remain caged because they believe? Number 1. How many people remain caged because they believe? Number 1, they don't have sufficient capabilities. Number 2, see only obstacles instead of opportunities. And number 3, focus on what's missing instead of what they have. So number 4, anticipate failures instead of possibilities. So these are the 4 remain caged of a people. That's why they is the same like a bird. They believe they don't have sufficient capabilities. They don't believe obstacles instead of opportunities outside. The 3, focus on missing instead of what they have. And number 4, anticipate the failures instead of possibilities. So now let's proceed to common mental cages. Common mental cages. What mental cages do you live in? The I can cage. Number 1, the common mental cages in our mind. So the I can cage. Number 1 list. I'm not smart enough. I don't have a necessary experience. I'm not as talented as others. Number 4, I don't have a sufficient resources. That is the common mental cages and I can't cage. So let's proceed to another mental cages, that is too late cage. This is too late cage is involved in number 1, I'm too old to change. Then number 2, I've wasted too much time. About number 3, opportunities have passed. Number 4, should I have started earlier? So it's too late to cage. What's common mental of part of it is number 1, I'm too old to change. This is a problem of a person he was dealing when it's too late to change to his cage. It's too late, it's too old cage. I wasted too much time. Opportunities I have passed. I should have started earlier. Sorry. I think that's our explanation of the it's too late cage. So now let's proceed to circumstances age. So the circumstances cage. The economy is bad. The family doesn't support me. I don't have the right connections. The market is saturated. So that's the fourth, the circumstances that we experience in our life. The economy is bad. Family doesn't support me. I don't have the right connections. The market saturated. This is the cage that we put in our mind. So the next is the what will they say cage. What will they say of the other people there? The cage that implanted in our mind. Number 1, people will criticize. They might think I'm presumptuous. 3, if I fail, they'll mock me. Number 4, I don't meet expectations. So that are the different common mental cages that implanted in our mind that we should be transformed, we should change. So now let's go to the key of faith. Faith in ourselves and in our possibilities can be the key to breaking the chains of pessimism, discouragement, and achieving freedom and success. So the key faith is in ourselves, in our possibilities, can be the key of breaking chains of pessimism, discouragement, and achieving freedom and success. This is the case in ourselves. So, but there's an even more powerful than faith. When you trust in God, everything is possible, because in Mark chapter 9 verse 23, everything is possible for one who believes. So now let's go to the next levels of faith. Levels of faith. Number 1, the levels of faith is number 1, you need to change the faith of yourself. The faith of yourself, believing in your God-given capabilities and potential, recognizing your unique talents, trusting in your ability to learn, and valuing your experience and perspective. So this is the levels of faith. Number 1, faith in yourself, believing in your God within given capabilities and potential, is recognizing your unique talents. You have a talent, you can sing, you can dance, trusting in your own ability to learn, your own ability to learn, and valuing your experience and perspective. So number 2, faith in possibilities, believing that opportunities exist despite obstacles, believing that opportunities exist despite obstacles, seeing your solutions where others see problems. So seeing your best solutions where others can see the problems. So that is the possibilities when you have a faith. So number 2, finding alternative paths. So in finding your alternative paths, you can find different ways that you can have possibilities that you can go to your learnings. And number three is maintaining hope and difficulties. So maintain always with your faith and hope in the midst of difficulties. That will be good change impact to transform you, to achieve your faith and your goal. That is the possibilities will happen that you will be goalkeeper or victorious life. So that is the possible that you can have in faith and possibilities. So now let's proceed to faith in God. Number 3, faith in God, believing He can do what seems impossible, trusting in His plan. Faith in God, believing in what seems possible. So number 1, trusting in His plan for your life. So trusting in His plan for your life. Number 2, depending on His strength when your fails. So expecting His supernatural provision. So the faith in God involves just trusting in His plan in your life. We do not trust in our own plan, but is in our plan in of Father in heaven. So depending on His strength when it fails. So expecting His supernatural provision. So the spiritual physics of flight. So this is the spiritual physics of flight. To fly spiritually, you need a lift or faith. So to fly means spiritually you need to live of faith. So the upward force that elevates you above circumstances, believing God that will equip you. If you believe in God that He will equip you, He will equip for what He's called you. So number 2 is trusting in promises, then forecast. Trusting the promises of God rather than the news forecast outside that there and result promise from the government or the other kinds promise of our friends. That's not good. Trusting them, that aside we should trusting the promises of our Heavenly Father. That is the most important thing. So trust action, the forward force that moves toward your destiny. The trust in action, forward force that moves toward your destiny. Acting despite fear and uncertainty, making decisions based on your faith, not feelings. To reduce drag free from pessimism. To reduce your drag for being pessimist. Reduce it. Break your mental cage. So eliminating what slows your flight towards purpose. So you must eliminate that, because it will slow the flight towards your purpose. Your flight, your spiritual flight of faith, it will slow you because of that pessimism. So eliminating that one. Number 1, discard negative and limiting thoughts. Discard that, erase that, the negative thoughts and limiting thoughts. Number 2, releasing excuses and justification. So release your excuses and justification. So you need to if the pastor will or the preacher will ask you about why do you relate in a church. So release those excuses or justifications. Be learn and keep your faith and drive it with your purpose. So the weight of your burdens. Bring yourself from what keeps you down. So This is the weight control. Praying yourself. Praying yourself what keeps you down. So number one, forgiving your past hurts. If you forgive those who hurt you in the past, that is the weight control that we bring. So freeing yourself from what keeps you down, that really keeps you down, freeing yourself from there. So number two, releasing fears. Release the fears and the anxieties. So number three is stopping comparison with others. So stop your comparison with your friends, with your co-workers, your neighbors. So this is the three phase for freeing yourself of keeping you down on your mental cage. Forgiving your past hurts, releasing fears and anxieties, stop comparisons with others. So the crucial decision of us, like the bird in the story, today you have a decision. It's like a bird in the story, today we have a decision. Option 1, remain in the mental cage. If you remain in mental cage, continue believing you can't. Keep focusing on limitations, continue with excuses and justifications, live as a prisoner of your own thoughts. No, that's option 1, remain mental cage. This is the crucial decision that I will explain to you. So option 2, or option 1, remain mental cage. So option 2, if you choose this one, it's all about your choices. Option 2, break the cage and fly. So decide to believe in possibilities. Trust God for the impossible. Act despite external conditions. Live in freedom of faith. So break the cage and fly. Decide what you believe in possibilities. So trust God for the impossible. 3, despite external conditions. 4, live in freedom of faith. So transforming message. The bird story teaches us that the strongest cages are those we build in our minds. Number 2, freedom is available but requires a change of perspective. Number 3, pessimism is a choice. It's a choice for us, not a condition, because that is dealing with ourselves, how we judge others. So number 4, faith can be break any mental break. So any mental pessimism or cage that will attract you. So your faith, your lifting will break in mental barriers. So your justification and your excuses, that will be remain in the mental cage of your mind. So your moment of decision, what mental cages do you need to break today? What excuses have you been using to avoid flying toward your purpose? Excuse me? I will repeat. Your moment of decision. What mental cages do you need to break today? It's all about you. What, viewers or people, what excuses have you been using to avoid flying toward purpose? In what areas do you need to replace pessimism with your faith? So remember, everything is possible for one who believes. It doesn't say for one who understands. Everything for one who's not afraid, or for one who has perfect conditions. It says for one who believes. Stop being prisoner of your own mind. Pessimism. The clouds may there be, the wind may be strong, but your wings more powerful than you think. When you trust in one and created you to fly, break the cage of your mind and discover the freedom. And that has always been available. Will you continue looking at the clouds for your cage? Or will you break the mental chains mental change and fly toward your God has for you. Toward the freedom God has. So, I think that's all my explanation about the mental cage. So, drop down your comments below. If you understand my short message or short lessons, drop down the message below. Click like, share, subscribe, and share for more videos. And let's take more lessons and discuss it about. So don't get pessimist in your mind, but go fly. So God bless.